Today we have mental hospitals and we have psychiatric wards and we have facilities and buildings dedicated for those that have some form of mental illness, some form of insanity. But did you know back in the ancient times that insanity was considered being touched or being blessed by the gods? It's true. It was thought that if someone lost their mind or someone was insane or mad, as it were, that they had been touched by the gods. And we actually see this to an extent in biblical accounts. I mean, there's plenty of references within pagan literature and secular literature, but we actually see this in biblical accounts as well. Consider 1 Samuel chapter 19. Starting with verse 23, it says, "The Spirit of God also came on him," talking about King Saul, "as he walked along, and he prophesied until he entered Naoth and Ramah. Saul removed his clothes and also prophesied before Samuel. He collapsed and lay naked all that day and night. That is why they say, 'Is Saul also among the prophets?'" So if you see somebody running around naked or writhing on the ground naked, talking about God in the Bible and claim to be prophesying, you would think that they were crazy. You would think that they were insane. And this is exactly what happened to King Saul when he was touched by God. He removed his clothes and fell on the ground and just was prophesying. And so this was seen as a form of insanity. It was seen as a form of madness. And this not only happened to King Saul, but King David faked it. He faked it. You'll find this story in 1 Samuel chapter 21, but David actually wrote a psalm dedicating the psalm and relating it to the events in 1 Samuel chapter 21. It says in the preface of the very psalm, it says, "Concerning David when he pretended to be insane in the presence of Abimelech, who drove him out, and he departed." 1 Samuel chapter 21, beginning with verse 10, it says, "David fled that day from Saul's presence and went to King Achish of Gath." So King Achish of Gath was of the Philistines. They were arch enemies of Israel. And so Achish would have loved nothing more than to get his hands on the heir to the throne, because everybody knew by this time that David was going to succeed King Saul when he died, whether it be of natural causes or in battle or what have you. And so it says, verse 11, "But Achish's servants said to him, 'Isn't this David, king of the land? Don't they sing about him during their dances? Saul has killed his thousands, but David his tens of thousands.' David took this to heart and became very afraid of King Achish of Gath. So he pretended to be insane in their presence. He acted like a madman around them, scribbling on the doors of the city gates and letting saliva run down his beard." Why did he do this? Because David knew if he feigned insanity, that Achish wouldn't kill him, that Achish wouldn't touch him, because anybody who is mad is considered holy and is considered sacred to the pagan community. Why? Because they think they have been touched by the gods. So King Achish is like, "Oh wow, he's in a holy state, we won't touch him." So verse 14 says, "Look, you can see this man is crazy," Achish said to his servants. "Why did you bring him to me? Do I have such a shortage of crazy people that you thought this one to act crazy around me? Is this one going to come into my house?" So with these events in history and in the Bible, it really makes you wonder how much of the mental illness that is in the world is really, truly, indeed mental illness, and how much of it really is spiritually influenced by the demonic. How much of it can we account to demonic oppression or possession, et cetera, et cetera. So I think this was very interesting. But when I discovered all this, I just had to share it in this little devotional. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks so much for listening. Go out there and have a great day. God bless. AbrahamsDescendants.com, getting back to the first century in a 21st century way. Thanks for watching! Don't forget to press the like button as well as the subscribe button if you haven't done so already, and the notification bell that'll let you know every time I make a new video. And don't forget to share this with a friend. Also, visit our website at abrahamsdescendants.com. Thanks! Shalom! Thanks for watching! Stay connected by subscribing to our other social media accounts and visiting our website at abrahamsdescendants.com.